what happens when you become an ACIP member. I was one of 3 people invited to join the ACIP in May of 2024 for a start date of July 1st of 2024. During that time, we had to complete a series of paperwork as well as our orientation sessions. And because ACIP members are special government employees, some of the paperwork was what anybody would complete when they were starting a new job, like a W-4 and an I-9. But there was a lot of other paperwork we had to complete, including a financial document, as well as a paper that needed to be notarized. My recollection is we had about 10 forms we needed to complete. Our orientation, which occurred over several sessions, was about a variety of topics. We learned how vaccine policy is made, including the different components, such as the evidence to recommendations framework, the grade analysis, and the economic analyses. We learned about the role of work groups, and we learned about how ACIP meetings are run. We also learned about related programs and groups surrounding immunizations. So we learned about the role of the FDA, and we learned about the Vaccines for Children program, all of the different vaccine safety monitoring programs, and the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, as well as the related program called the Countermeasures Injury Compensation Program. We also learned what our ethical and financial responsibilities were and how that related to conflict of interest. So we had to complete forms related to our conflicts of interest. As an example, we couldn't hold stocks of any vaccine companies, nor could our spouses or our children. We also learned the limitations that pharmaceutical company employees had in terms of interacting with us. And we were taught how to report them if they tried to reach out to us about any policy-related matters. We also had to learn about security measures and how to stay safe because unfortunately ACIP members have received threats in the past. And we learned how to interact with the media because ACIP meetings tend to be covered by the media. We were each assigned a mentor, which was somebody who had already been on the committee for a while, who could answer our questions related to the meetings and the processes. But we were very specifically told that we could not talk to them about vaccine policy, nor could we talk to any other ACIP members about vaccine policy. We could only speak about policy-related matters during the ACIP meetings that were open to the public and recorded. So that was the only place we could do that. Now, this might sound like a lot, but I was honored to be on the ACIP, so I didn't mind doing all of those things. And unfortunately, I think because a lot of people aren't aware that all of this stuff happens behind the scenes, it's easy to assume or to believe commentary that suggests that there's a lot of bad things happening behind the scenes, policies not being followed or conflicts of interest being allowed. And it was never my experience that anything nefarious was happening.